Hello and welcome back to Mystic Monet. Today's pick a card reading is Why Are You So Attached to Them? So I have 4 piles here. You can pause and reflect on the piles if you like and pick which pile of your choosing. You can also use a random number generator, which I'll leave the link down below, or you can comment which pile is for me and I'll choose a pile for you. Okay, pile number 1. So why are you so attached to them? I have 2 of Swords, 6 of Swords, Devil reversed, the Sun card, Justice reversed, and 4 of Swords reversed. So I'm getting that people who pick this pile for sure have been like going back and forth with themselves about letting this person go. I feel like you get to this point that there's something they done disrespectful or something they did that you didn't like, but it's like you always have this point where you're choosing whether should I let this person go or should I not, and it's been like a huge indecision for you, and you just get to this impasse, and for some reason you find yourself choosing to still continue talking to them. And with the 6 of Swords right afterwards, I feel like there have been times that you've actually cut this person off. So you've probably blocked them, stopped talking to them, maybe for some days, weeks, or even months. But for some reason, you end up talking to them again. I don't think it's something that continued to stay that way, of course, because you wouldn't pick this video. So you've had moments where you decided whether you should let them go or not, and you did actually decide to let them go, but you ended up talking to them even though you made up your mind to let them go. You still continued to talk to them later on in life. So I'm getting the Devil reversed. So with this card right here, I feel like this shows that deep down inside, you really don't want to talk to this person anymore. I feel like you've been contemplating a lot. I feel like there's times where you stop talking to this person. You have given them chance after chance to be a better friend, to be a better lover. And for some reason, they just keep letting you down. And you're getting to a point where you feel like with the Devil here, it's almost as if this person is a drug to you. And I think a lot of people honestly undermine the seriousness that that love really is. I really do feel like you love this person, and to a degree, love can feel like a drug. Those happy moments that you have with them, those times that they make you feel like you're just on a high, and when you were bonding, when you're not arguing, it's like, when you're not at odds with this person, it feels so good. So it's like you kind of keep coming back so you can get that high that they give you when, they're giving you all of this love and attention and things that you want. But the problem is when things are low, they're just as low and just as bad. So it's just about having like that awareness. So with the Devil card here, Devil upright can represent someone with drug abuse, and I feel like you are really attached to them because it's almost like they're a drug for you. And unfortunately, with this card being reversed, I feel like you really want to have that feeling someone who does have drug addiction will feel when they're finally been 30 days sober, or just like trying and having rehab. Like you really want to feel that rehabilitation from this person. You really want to break free from this person and just have that waiting to excel moment. You're able to breathe in and breathe out and be like, okay, wow, like I actually got over that person. You want to break free from this person, but another thing that's keeping you so attached to them is because of the fact that they are like a drug to you, and it's really hard to break free from this habit that you have with having them. I had did some channeling before I started, and I keep getting this message of, like I've known them for so long. So if you pick pile number 1, you probably have known this person for a really long time. And I feel like I also got someone saying I know them. But no was like emphasized. So for that, I feel like you really feel like you know this person in and out. You know their likes, their dislikes, if they look a certain way, how they're feeling. They don't even have to say a word. When they're upset, when they're angry, when they're happy, pretty much everything about this person. And I feel like because you know them so much, and the fact that was emphasized was because you as a person, I think that there's this like fear and this like comfort with this person so much that you don't want to take the risk of having to get to know another person the way that you've gotten to know this person. And I feel like a lot of people who pick this pile also have this fear that they'll never know someone as deep as you've known this person. You feel like any person that you meet, you'll never feel comfortable or be able to love again, because you have loved this person so wholeheartedly and gave them so much that, you don't feel like you'll ever be able to take those same steps again to put into someone else. So another reason why you're so attached to them is that they have like this warmth about them, right? And when you're with them, I feel like you kind of get an ego boost from being with them. So this person is probably really attractive. They probably get a lot of attention from people when they're out and about. And I feel like having this person on your arm is like an ego boost for you. So you probably have heard people like, "Oh, is that your boyfriend?" Like or girlfriend. And I feel like you kind of get an ego boost off of them. So that's another thing of why you're so attached to them, because you're attached to their looks. You're attached to the attention that they bring. You're attached to the fact that other people like them. Like, you like the fact that when this person enters the room, they get a lot of attention. You like that about them. And I feel like that makes you also very attached to them, because you like the attention that they garner without even having to try. This person, for the most part, is probably really positive. They're very optimistic, and maybe you're the opposite of that, or maybe you're optimistic as well. But I feel like their optimism is another reason why you're so attached to them. Believe it or not, the fact that they're always looking at things from the good side and always knowing no matter what happens to them or you, that they're always able to say, well, this could have happened. Like, they're always able to lift you up because they're able to focus on the positive aspects of life. So because of this optimism, I feel like, this is another reason why you're so attached to them, because you want someone around you that can uplift you and can continue to be positive no matter what. So with the justice reversed, I feel like this person has been, as optimistic as they are, I feel like a lot of things that have happened in their life has been completely out of their hand, almost as if they kind of have bad luck in a sort of way. Like, they find themselves in trouble in like the most weirdest times. Like, it's almost like some things are just unlucky for them. This person probably has had problems with the law, probably have been arrested before, or they might be, doing something that's illegal, or just stuff around illegal activity, right? And I feel like, in a way, another reason why you're attached to this person, because you've seen that they've kind of been dealt a bad card in life, and you feel like you're almost kicking someone when they're down if you were to leave. Like, you kind of feel guilty if you leave this person, because I think where they're at right now in life is just not in a good place. And that, like, if you were to fully leave them, that is, it almost feels like it's cruel to leave them. And it almost feels like it's cruel to choose yourself over them, because what they're dealing with, right? With this illegal activity or whatever they're dealing with. They might even be dealing with some drug or alcohol abuse. Anything that, resonates with you, whatever they're dealing with, I feel like for some reason you have this sense of guilt that, like, if you were to leave them and they were to go, deep into a depression, or if they were to use more drugs or use more alcohol or get into more trouble, that for some reason it'll be on you. And I feel like you kind of don't want that on you. But at the same time, it's not because you're being selfish at all. It's more of not just wanting it on you, but more of feeling like you're kicking someone while they're down. You don't like that feeling of, like you're leaving someone right when they're like, they need you the most. Of course, I have to advise you not to think that way, because at the end of the day, as difficult as it might sound, if they go and do all of those things, then that'll be their decision. It's really not on you. But I can also understand where you're coming from, because having to make that decision for yourself and knowing where it might possibly can lead that person, I feel like a lot of you who pick pile number one have been like hoping and waiting for this person to basically, get things right. Like, you've been waiting for this person to get like way more stable in their life. maybe possibly stop the drug abuse, not drug abuse or alcohol abuse, maybe not use as much. Maybe you're waiting for them for their trial to be over. Anything with what they're dealing with, I feel like you're kind of waiting for them to get more in a stable place. And once they get in that stable place, then maybe you can get in the place in mind frame to leave. But I feel like they've been in this place for a while, maybe for some people that pick this pile. And I feel like, you know, if you consistently wait for them to get their shit together for you to leave, then you're giving you and this person disservice. But this is another reason why you're attached to them, because of what they're personally going through. You feel you're a really good person. You feel like shit if you were to leave this person while they're in a negative place in their life. And you're kind of just waiting for them to get to that place. But with the Four of Swords reversed here, I feel like you have really put a lot of effort and energy into this relationship or into this person, period. And Four of Swords reverse represents being exhausted. So I feel like you have put so much energy and time into making this person kind of like fit with you. You know how they say, you know, like you can train your person, and not to be offensive or anything like that, but in a way you can, you can, get the person that you're talking to or even friends to kind of like, mold into what you like in life. So I feel like you've kind of molded this person. This is where I'm going before, like you've known them, probably known this person for a long time, but you've gotten this person to pretty much, fit your life the way that you want to fit it. And I feel like with this burnout, exhaustion energy, this kind of goes back to what I was saying before. I feel like you don't feel like you can possibly give that to someone else. You don't feel like you have the energy, and maybe you really don't have the energy to get to know someone new, to learn everything about this person, be able to tell this person everything about you and get to know them on a raw level again. I feel like you're so exhausted from giving all your energy and time to this person that it goes back to that fear. You're so attached to them because you're fearful of like being too exhausted to ever put this energy into another relationship or friendship. So it's almost as if like you were to leave this person, you feel like, you will be not necessarily bitter, but kind of like just not in the mind frame, and you don't see yourself ever being in the mind frame to like get to know another person. Like you're mentally and even physically exhausted from all of the things that you've had to put into this relationship. So that's another reason why you're attached to them. So all in all, a lot of these reasons are really good reasons to be attached to a person. But, just a word of advice, you have to make decisions for yourself. And, it's easy to be like, oh, I know it's going to be difficult, but I know it's going to be difficult. And, you just got to get yourself in the mind frame. But the one thing that stood out to me the most was the fact of like, you feeling as if you leave them in a disadvantage, so that's on you. And it wouldn't be on you at the end of the day, whatever makes you happy. But that's all I got for pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. The signs for you or this person, I got Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Leo, and Aries. So if this resonated with you, if this touched your soul when you were listening to this, and like you felt what this pile was saying to you, please like, comment, subscribe, and even share to your friends so they can pick a pile for their person. It really does help. Thank you so much and have a good day. Okay, pile number 2. Why are you so attached to them? So I pulled the 2 of Cups reverse, 5 of Swords, Hermit reverse, 5 of Cups reverse, 8 of Cups, and Death reverse. So one of the reasons why you're so attached to them, with the 2 of Cups reversed here, I feel like this is definitely an on and off relationship. And 2 of Cups reverse indicates a breakup, and also being disconnected from a person. So there's no doubt in my mind that you guys have broken up before. And I'm not sure. It could, honestly, with the 2 of Cups reverse, it doesn't indicate either party. So I feel like there's been times that this person has broken up with you and stopped talking to you. And then I feel like there's times that you've stopped talking to this person. I feel like it's been back and forth, on and off. And, I feel like a lot of times you guys just clash and disconnect. And you're like, you know what, I'm done with this. And you guys stop talking for not that much time. And then you guys start talking again. So there's no doubt that between both of you guys friends, your friends have to constantly hear, oh yeah, I'm done with that person, oh yeah, I saw him the other day. And like your friends at this point don't even care anymore because they've heard it so many times about you guys being on and off. That's definitely a thing. I feel like another reason why you're so attached to them, believe it or not. Not to make you feel like you're toxic or anything, but I think you like the fact that you clash. I think you like arguing with this person. I really feel like you kind of get like, I don't know, I don't want to say an ego boost, but like it does something to you, and it's almost like a high. But like, I don't know, you like to argue with this person, you like clashing with this person, you like how toxic things can get. I mean, even if you guys get physical with each other, some crazy shit happen, and it could be that I just got this like makeup sex, so maybe you really like the makeup sex. I think you like the makeup part of it. I don't know, but you really the disconnection that both of you guys have when you do get into arguments. I feel like you really like the arguments, and it's another one of the reasons why you're so attached to them. I also feel like you're really attached to them because I feel like this person most of the time completely thinks about themselves. They're only thinking about like what interests them. Even if someone gets the short end of the stick, they don't care. If it benefits them, then they're gonna like head in that direction of doing something that's beneficial for them. And I feel like in a way, it's like a game to you. So it's almost as if you kind of want to you're attached to them because in a way you kind of want to humble them a little bit. Like you kind of want to break them out of like being so self-absorbed about themselves. So and the only way to break that is for them to be talking to you. So if they're putting this energy into you, and even when they argue with you, you see like, oh, okay, you care about me. Like I got you. Like I think you kind of get like, I don't know, you feel really good about the fact that you have like some type of control or power over them, to the fact that they would even, argue with you, or they even spend this energy, towards you, and they're not the type of person to do that. So I feel like that makes you feel good, that the fact that they are, not being so self-absorbed even when it comes to you. And I truly feel like it's more of a humble, like trying to humble this person a little bit, like, you're really not all of that. So I think that you kind of get a rise out of that, and that's another reason why you're so attached to them. I feel like this is a fear of yours with the Hermit Reverse. The Hermit Reverse represents being lonely, being confined, being withdrawn from the rest of the world. I feel like, honestly, if you pick pile number 2, then you feel as if you were to stop talking to this person, that you will be lonely. So there's definitely a fear of loneliness here. I feel like, I feel like this sense of loss. So you also feel like you would be kind of lost without them. You probably have a routine with this person. You probably kind of have a way of life, and this person is definitely incorporated into your way of life right now. So you just feel like you don't want to be alone. So most people that pick pile number 2 have this fear of being alone, and just fear of possibly being disconnected from people. I feel like you don't want to go through the breakup process, which is like, healing from the pain that your loved one has caused you. And I feel like even during these breaks that you've had with this person, I feel like the breaks that you've had, you most likely dated immediately. Like, as soon as you guys have a break, it could be like a 1-week break, you've dated like 2-3 people. I feel like you automatically start dating a lot of people as soon as you guys take breaks, because that fear of loneliness comes up. So you're going to feel that void no matter what. You're not going to... I feel like a lot of people picking on pile number 2 have a very difficult time tackling what they need to work on, and tackling those emotions. Like, I feel like you guys probably have a hard time being emotional, have a hard time processing your emotions the healthy way. And the best way you do is like you're constantly running from yourself. So, if this person hurt you and you guys break up, instead of, just like feeling that moment and being sad and being alone for a moment to reflect on the pros and cons and everything that you've learned and didn't learn from this relationship, I feel like you take that time to fill this void of being alone, and you refuse to be alone. And it's almost like I said, like a game, like a competition. So it's almost as if you feel like you have to, one up them. Like, it's almost like you're always thinking about, what are they going to do once you're breaking up? Like, who are they talking to? Like, they're not going to be happy without you. And like, that's what I said. And with this 5 of Swords here, like I said about being self-absorbed, this self-absorbed energy could also be you too. I feel like you just not like saying you don't care about their happiness, but it's almost like, fuck you, you're not going to be happy without me. you know? So that's really just where you're coming from. So it's almost as if you feel in your mind like, well, I'm gonna date this person and that person. When we link back up together, like, they can know, like, I'm not sitting here being lonely without them. It's almost like, in a way, you're trying so hard for them to not have power over you, but sadly, they kind of still have power over you. Because if you're still making a decision based off of them, then that's someone who has power over you. If you really don't want to date, and if you really don't want to do those things, then what's wrong with being alone or reflecting it versus dating because you think that's what they want? Because, you think that's what, how you can one up them. But in a way, you're kind of giving them that power. So just think about that. Like, try not to give them that power and make sure you're making decisions because you want to make those decisions. So another reason why you're so attached to this person is because of your fear of being alone. So with the Five of Cups reversed, this represents forgiveness, emotional maturity, recovering. So with this card, like I said, you guys have broken up a lot. So there probably was cheating or indiscretion or something that happened that caused these breakups. And when you guys reconnect, whoever is in the wrong, maybe this person, I feel that they truly, genuinely apologize for it. They probably have bought you gifts. They probably have, laid themselves on the cross for you. Like, they really have, in your heart of hearts, felt like they were being, 100% apologetic about the situation. And it almost was like, both of you guys had to be emotional, mature enough to just let it go. And with forgiveness coming up, I feel like, you've forgiven this person a lot of times for a lot of the things that they have done to you. And I feel like this is also another reason why you're so attached to them, because you have forgave them so many times and gave them chance after chance. You feel like, well, what was the point of me forgiving them if I'm not going to let it go, if I'm not going to work on it? It's almost as if you kind of feel this obligation to try to make it work, even if it seems as if it's something that's dead. And I feel like it's been so many recovery processes. I feel like this person has fucked up a lot. And I feel like you have fucked up too. I don't feel like it's just them. I feel like it's going both ways. Like, you guys have both fucked up in ways that, has caused both of you guys to take breaks from each other. And I feel like during these breaks, either or person has been really apologetic about it. And just this feeling of just having to move on and just forgive and recover from it. And I feel like, honestly, a lot of the things that this person has done, it's kind of the same thing. So if they cheated once, the reason why you guys broke up again is probably because they cheated again. Like, it's like they keep saying that they're so apologetic and they this, that, and the other, but then they continue to make those same mistakes. So now you're getting at this point where, like, do I truly forgive this person? What is the point of forgiveness if they're going to continue to do this? But like I said before, another reason why you're attached to them is because you forgive them so many times. It almost feels like an obligation to you to continue to forgive and to be mature with your emotions about the situation. And I also feel like it's a little bit of a pride because you've forgiven them. You probably told people you've forgiven them. And, maybe you feel like it'll be kind of like a bruise. It'll bruise your pride a little bit, having to let go of the attachment after you've already forgiven them. Unfortunately, even though there is this card that represents forgiveness, right after it we have the Eight of Cups, which represents sometimes brooding. So I feel like a lot of the times there have been times where you stated that you forgave this person for what they've done, but you really didn't. And with the brooding card here, the Eight of Cups card here, I feel like you would think about the things that they've done randomly sometimes, even if sometimes it's completely out of control. It'll just pop up, you're human. And you'll be thinking about it in such a negative way, in like a depressing kind of way. And like, I feel like that sadness would kind of like change into anger. And now you're angry at this person. And now you're taking something that you were supposed to forgive them for, and you're putting it back into your relationship, and it comes up. And now it's like, have you truly forgiven me for that? And I feel like a lot of times that a lot of the things that this person has done to you, or even you've done to them, because I do feel like it goes both ways. I feel like the times where people have been like, oh yeah, I forgive you, they didn't truly forgive, because if you forgive, you're not going to continue to bring it up to benefit you in any sort of way. So I feel like there's been times where the things that have hurt you or this person has been brought up in arguments when it wasn't needed to be brought up. And I feel like it's sort of this attachment to like, I'm not saying that you're trying to get revenge on this person or anything like that, but I feel like you have this attachment to them due to the pain that they've caused you. Like, I feel like you're a very private person. I feel like you're a person that doesn't really get wrapped up into your emotions that well. So I do feel like no one has hurt you the way that this person has hurt you. And I feel like in a way you feel like they've taken something from you. And it's almost like you want to take it back. So not just saying that like you're trying to avenge what they've done. What I'm saying is more of like, this is another reason why you're attached to them, because they have done something that hurt you, and I feel like you haven't fully let it go. And because you haven't fully let it go, you're having a hard time letting them go, if that makes sense. So with the death reverse, which is is a good way to wrap up this whole pile. Death reverse indicates someone who is uncertain about change and basically fearful of change, like resisting change, uncertainty. I feel like, and this goes back to what I've been saying overall with this pile, but overall there is a comfort there in this relationship, even though from the outside looking in it looks unhealthy. You guys break up on and off consistently, and then you forgive but you really don't forgive, and then the arguments become physical sometimes, I see, and like it doesn't look the best from someone on the outside looking in. But I feel like in your mind you're like, it's us, and this is us, and this is how it is with us, and this is how it works, and it's almost like kind of like a system. And I feel like there is a comfort with this person. You're comfortable with the arguments. You're comfortable with the situation that you guys are in. You're used to it. You're adjusted to it. And there are times where you get frustrated and you're like, oh, I'm over this. But, it's almost that like you've gotten adjusted to the way that you and this person are with when it comes to each other. So I feel like there's this fear if you were to stop talking to this person, like just a fear of like where you would be in your dating life, or where you would be like romantically. I feel like you really just don't want that to change. And so overall, another reason why you're attached to them, because it's just a comfort. It's a really big comfort zone for you, and you really do feel comfortable with this person and all of the problems and non-problems that they bring. So just try to overcome that fear if that is something that you're trying to do. But all in all, these are all the reasons why you're attached to this person. The signs that I got for this pal are Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and Taurus. So if this resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends so they can also see why they're possibly attached to a person. Thank you so much, and have a good day. Okay, pile number 3. Why are you so attached to them? So I pulled the Moon reversed, 4 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Pentacles reversed, and Page of Swords. So I feel like one of the main reasons why you're so attached to them is because this person definitely gives you a lot of mixed signals. I feel like even initially when you first started, I feel like this probably came from a friendship and then it turned into a relationship. And I feel like they keep giving you the vibe of one minute, that they just want to be friends with you, and then the next minute they want to be something more romantic with you, kind of just leading you on and then taking it away as soon as you feel like some sort of attachment to them. And I feel like they pulled you in until you got really attached to them, and then I don't know, it's kind of like they keep bringing you up and then bringing you down, bringing you up and bringing you down, and like giving you all of these mixed signals about how they feel. And because of these mixed signals, it's causing this like strong attachment that you have with them. So it's kind of like a form of manipulation a little bit. They just feel, and I feel like they do truly have feelings for you. I think that's just like their character. They have a hard time trusting people and letting people in. And because of that, every time that they feel like that they're really close to you, they want to push you away. And I feel like this. So I think that's one of the reasons why you kind of stay attached to them, because you know that they're true feelings for you. So you're holding on to the positive side of the signals that they're showing you. But all in all, it's a lot of confusion around the attachment here, especially with the Moon reverse. That represents confusion and not really being sure. So all in all, you find yourself really confused about, why you're even talking to them. I feel like you have been kind of ruminating or just consistently thinking about this person and this connection a lot, almost to the point where it's kind of like obsessive. Like, you really do think about this person like every minute, every day. Like, you're consistently thinking about this person and thinking about this connection that you have with them to a way it's kind of unhealthy. You think about them more than the things that you should be thinking about. And I feel like in a way this connection has distracted you from a lot of things that truly matter in your life. I feel like the fact that you've been ruminating over this and thinking about this so much, that's another reason why you have this attachment to them, because it's almost as if, I don't want to say that they're your lifeline, but they are a huge and significant factor of your life. And with the Six of Cups here, I do feel like this is someone maybe you possibly grown up with, someone you probably knew from the past, and someone you've been knowing for a really long time, either one of those. But because of the time that has been placed here, I feel like there's kind of this nostalgia attached to them. Like, you have a lot of really good memories with them. When I was channeling, I kept seeing like a clock. So I feel like a lot of time has happened and passed with you guys. And I feel like you have all of these memories attached to them. And I feel like it's kind of preventing you from letting this attachment go, because as soon as you think about letting this attachment go, you kind of like think about like every little thing kind of reminds you of them. So even if there has been times where you guys have had breaks or anything like that, or you have been thinking about letting them go, like the most simplest thing will remind you of them, and then that will make you feel like, oh, that's a sign, and I should still continue with this connection, still continue with this person. So I feel like because of all the time and history that you have with this person, it's been really hard for you to let it go, because too many things remind you of this person, and you have like all of these like mini attachments attached to this person, overall forming this really strong attachment with this person. I'm also getting that I think that they, I'm not trying to make it seem like you're a materialistic person, but I do feel like this person provides for you financially. So there are some materialism reasons why you're attached to the person. They probably buy you, I don't know, like clothes. Like, I do see them spending their money on you. And even if you didn't think this was a reason, this is also another reason why you're attached to them, because of their willingness to spend money on you or do things for you that like are for material reasons. So they probably take you out a lot, get your hair done, buy anything that you need, anything that you want. They probably pay for trips for you guys. So right now they could be like the sole financial person in the relationship. So it's definitely like a link to finances as to why you're attached to them. So if they're the financial role in the relationship and connection, that could be a really difficult decision to unattach yourself from someone who's providing for you financially right now. And I'm also getting this card. Also, the Four of Pentacles reverse also represents being frugal. So I feel like it could go either way. It's either it could go both ways. Either you're the person that's spending a lot of money on this person, or they're doing that to you. Either way, if you're the person that is receiving the money, and you're not the sole financial person of the relationship, I feel like the attachment is really coming from a place of selfishness. And kind of being cheap in a way. So you've adjusted, especially with the time being here, you've adjusted to this person's spending on everything that you need and want. And if you've adjusted to that, it's like it's kind of like you're being selfish. Even if you don't have this connection with this person anymore, or you're not even feeling the same love that you felt before, it's like you feel like you can't go back to like providing for yourself financially, or doing things for yourself financially at all. Like, you've gotten so adjusted to them doing that. It's one of the reasons why you're really attached to them, kind of like being selfish a little bit, and thinking about your own needs versus the overall relationship needs. Wow, materialistic is coming up a lot. So, someone's definitely materialistic. Someone definitely thinks about, like, the material things of life, like objects, TVs, clothes, jewelry. like anything with the finances. So with this coming up, Nine of Pentacles reverse also represents self-sabotage. So in a way, it's like the card are telling you that, focusing on this materialism isn't healthy because it's causing an attachment to this person, but in an unhealthy way, because you shouldn't be attached for just specifically financial reasons. And it could be a lot of blessings for you on the other side if you were to let this attachment go, but you're so stuck on the material. It's dependency. So yeah, more than likely, if you pick pile number 3, you're not the person that's providing financially. It's the partner who's providing for you financially. And like I said before, because you've adjusted so much to maybe a certain lifestyle that they're able to provide. And anytime you need something, like, if your car breaks down or if you're, late on rent or anything like that, that this person will provide for you financially. So why would you let this attachment go? You have a huge dependency on this person when it comes to finances. This person also gives you the freedom to be distracted with life. It gives you the freedom to not have to focus on the things that you need to heal from. In a way, there's a lot of inner healing that you need to be focused on, and this person is a complete distraction from that. And I honestly feel like you like that. I think you like the fact that you don't have to worry about your finances. You don't have to worry about certain things in your life because this person's going to handle it for you. And I think if you were to unattach yourself from this person, then now you would have to tackle on a lot of things that this person tackles for you. So that's another reason why you're really attached to them. With the Page of Swords here, this basically represents a lot of talking, being inquisitive. I do think that even though you've known this person for so long, I'm not getting someone that you just truly know. So there's a lot of secrets that this person has. They could be a Scorpio. I have that as one of the signs. But yeah, there's a lot of secrets that this person has where it's almost like they're still an enigma, they're a mystery. And I feel like that's another reason why you're so attached, because you still haven't fully figured them out yet. So it's almost kind of not a game, but it feels like something that you have to complete. You really want to know, more of their fears, more of their secrets, more about them, and you haven't fully gotten to that point yet. But I don't think that, I feel like the way that you know them doesn't match with the timeline of how long you have known them. So, most people, if they know someone for 2-3 years, they know certain things by that time. And I feel like you could know this person for 2-3 years, and the things that you should know at that time doesn't really match. There's a lot of stuff that you truly do not know about this person. And I'm not saying that they're bad or doing something behind your back, but I feel like you don't truly know this person. I don't want to say you don't truly love this person, but I feel like a lot of the attachment, because of the finances and the materialism, to me, that's showing that you're more attached to things that might not even be who they truly are, because they're not giving you everything. So because there's such a mystery, I feel like this is another reason why you're attached, because you truly don't know them fully yet, and I feel like you want to get to know them more. There's just this inquisitive energy. Also, I feel like you might be the opposite of that. So I feel like another reason why you're attached to this person, because they allow you to communicate freely. They allow you to be your lively self, your most childlike self, especially with the Six of Cups here. So you could be very childish with this person. You really show this person the raw form of who you are. And because you show this person all of this the innermost parts of you, it causes an attachment, because you're not really sure if you're going to be able to show that with anyone else. And because they don't really show that with you, like I said before, with them being a mystery, it's causing an attachment between you and this person on your side, because now you have this person that you can be a certain way with, and you want to get to a point where they can be that way with you as well. But yeah, you really love communicating with this person and sharing a lot of your thoughts and feelings to this person. For some reason, they make it very easy for you to talk to them, and they really kind of, especially with the Six of Cups here as well, they kind of speak to the childlike part of you in a way. They speak to the part of you that's kind of like a child. So, I really do feel like this person understands you more deeply than anyone has anyone ever has, and a lot of things that you have never like opened up about to even your closest friends, even your parents, you have opened up to this person with. And because of that, it's like, how can you go and do the same thing to someone else? So that causes an attachment too. I feel like there have been like a lot of some people who pick pile number 3, not all, but some people pick pile number 3. There have been a lot of like milestones that you've experienced with this person. This person has seen you grow up in a way. So I do feel like some people pick pile number 3 have definitely been with this person for a really long time. And because of that, there's like these milestones that you both have achieved together, and milestones that you've personally gone through by yourself, and they've been there for you. So because of these milestones that you reach with them, like every milestone in its own way formed a bond with this person. So, it's like a milestone would be like having a baby, getting married, getting engaged, opening your own business. Anything like it's a milestone, they've been there. If you graduated, they were there. Like, so because they have been attached to all these milestones, like I said before, it's like all of these special memories. And when you look back, that person's there. And it almost feels like they've been there for so many of these milestones. Who else would be there for the milestones that I'll continue to have? So that's all I have for pile number 3. Why are you so attached to them? The signs that I got for this pile. This applies to you or your person. I got Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Aquarius. So thank you so much. If it resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with someone else so they can see why they are possibly attached to someone. Thank you. Okay, pile number 4. Why are you so attached to them? So I have the Star reversed, 4 of Wands, High Priestess reversed, Ace of Wands, 7 of Pentacles reversed, and Knight of Swords reversed. So with the Star reversed, I really do feel like this person was there for you in like your lowest moments in life. I feel like you went through something really deep and personal. It could have been a health issue. I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the connection that you had with this person was present when you were experiencing this difficult time in your life. And I feel like they kind of helped pull you out of that. And they were there during the whole healing process. They were there taking you from this negative place and pulling you into more of a positive place in your life. And I feel like when they did that for you, I feel like that's what caused this like extreme attachment to them, because they were able to pull you from a very dark and negative place in your life. I feel like for some people that can apply to possibly depression or, you know, anything that's just really, I just really do get like a darkness, and then I kind of see someone pulling them out of it. So I feel like this person was there for you for a lot of difficult moments in your life. And I feel like because they were able to help you and assist you get to a better place that you are at now, and maybe they're possibly still assisting you, that somewhat formed an attachment that you have with them. So one of the main reasons why you're so attached to them is because they were there for you in this really dark moment in your life. With the 4 of Wands reversed, I feel like there's this uncertainty. So I feel like with the 4 of Wands reverse, a reason why you're so attached is basically, like I've said in previous piles as well, there's definitely a comfort here. This person feels like home to you. You probably live with this person more than likely. You've experienced a lot of things with them, and the thought of having to like leave them or leave this attachment is just, you're very uncertain about it. It feels like, you know, your home life would be shaken up. So if you pick pile number 4, you might have a family with this person. You might have kids. So it's not as easy as just picking up and packing your things, because it will not only affect you, but it will affect your kids' life as well. If you don't have kids with this person, there's something with the home and the family. So maybe you have planned to have kids with this person, or I feel like for some people who pick pot number 4, maybe they've met, most of your family, you met most of their family. So there's like this family attachment there. Like you're not just, breaking this attachment with them when you leave them. You're also breaking this attachment with their family. And now their family will no longer be attached to them as well. So I feel like because of this familial attachment that you have with this person, it's making it really difficult for you to break this attachment overall because of the sense of comfort and the sense of just being stable with this person. And the comfort also comes from the fact that, they met your parents, they met your cousins, they met this person. Like everyone pretty much knows, you guys as being together, and because of that, I feel like it makes it even more difficult for you to let this go because, it's like having to let this person go. It's like, in a way, you feel like you're letting not only, yourself down in a way or them down, but you're also be letting like family members down. And it's almost as if, letting go of this attachment, you're not sure if you want to just let go of the attachment that you have to the home and the family. And all in all, that's creating this sense of uncertainty on whether you should take that jump or leap in leaving this situation. With the High Priestess reversed, also with the family, I feel like for some people who picked pot number 4, I feel like this person was a significant factor in connecting you with your family in a way. I feel like you probably weren't as close to your family or a family member, and I feel like this person was very important factor in your life to where they were able to mend something that was broken with you and a family member or someone in your family. And I feel like they were able to reconnect you with this person. So that also formed this kind of like attachment to them. I feel like also that there have been a lot of secrets, and I'm just getting family, so it could have been something deep or dark, but I feel like you shared something really personal that was probably traumatic or deep to you with this person. So because of that, it's making it even more difficult for you to leave or break this connection because you shared something so personal that, you feel, sometimes when you shared this personal thing with them, it formed an attachment that you have with them. And, you almost feel like they understand you for who you truly are, all the way to like the things that you might be embarrassed by, or the things that, you've experienced that, wasn't the greatest. I feel like in the past, before you met this person, I do see neglect here. I feel like you kind of compare this person to a lot of your past partners and past people that you've been with, and because of that, I think there was a lot of neglect in your previous relationships, that those people weren't there for you in a lot of aspects. And I feel like this person has been able to come in and fill in spaces that you've never had filled in from previous partners. So like I said, like pulling you out of that darkness, I feel like maybe your previous partners weren't able to handle it, or they weren't as supportive, or they weren't able to pull you out of that darkness. And I feel like because of that, you feel, in your mind, how the dating pool is or how other people will be, and you feel as if it's not that many people that can take your secrets and can take your deep experience that you experience and able to actually cope with it and push you to be better despite the negative circumstances surrounding it. And I feel like you're really focused with the Ace of Wands here. This shows potential. So I feel like you're so focused on the potential of the relationship. So even when the relationship is not at its best, or when you guys are going through things, or when you are going through a difficult time, you're very good at being optimistic and focusing on the potential of the relationship. You see the relationship for the entirety of what it is. You see where it could possibly lead up to, like possible marriage, kids, this, that, and the other. So it's like you're so focused on this potential of what it could be instead of focusing on the reality. And unfortunately for you, this is another reason why you're so attached to them, because you're attached almost to the idea of what this relationship could be instead of what it actually is. So this potential in a way can be kind of dangerous because you're making decisions on something that's not actually happening in your relationship, but you're very hopeful about where this relationship can go. because this person is really good at inspiring you, you want to inspire them and basically put all that inspiration into the relationship. So the potential of where this relationship can go is another reason why you're so attached to this person to begin with. So we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed here too. So the Seven of Pentacles reversed, all in all, is about basically putting a lot of effort into something and not feeling like you're getting it back in return. So I feel like, this could go both ways, but what I'm mostly getting is that dark experience that I talked about that they pulled you out of. I feel like in your mind that they put a lot of energy and effort to make you better and to put you in a better position in life and got you to this place where you're better, that you almost feel like, really bad if you were to leave this person, because you feel as if they put all this effort and now that it's time for you to put effort, you're not giving them the same effort. So because of them being able to, pull you out and the fact that they were there for you during your bad times, you don't want, if you guys are having bad times, for you to be the person to just jump ship. It feels like it's unfair, and it feels like you're telling this person that they wasted their efforts, that they put all this energy and time into you when you were going through this difficult time, and now, you're not able to do the same thing. So it's almost as if you feel like you're paying a debt in a way to the relationship. So another reason why you're attached is because of them pulling you out of this bad time and feeling like, you don't want them to feel like they wasted their efforts. I do feel like for some people who pick pile number 4, even though this person pulled you out of the dark times, I feel like that they have also, ever since that moment, that they have caused a lot of bad times for you, that, they might have been disrespectful or, anything that applies to resonate, but they have also brought a lot of unhappy memories to you, maybe recently or just all in all. And in a way, a lot of those unhappy memories have basically, now it's not even balancing or equaling out to the moment where they were there for you, because just as much as they were there for you, they were not there for you or not supportive of you or not being the best partner, that they could be. And because of that, it feels as if, now you're feeling like you're putting a lot of energy into this person, and now, they're kind of not being the best partner that they were before. So it's a really big possibility that people that pick pile number 4 were love bombed. If you don't know what love bombing means, it basically means when you first meet someone, they just give you they shower you with love. They're automatically buying you stuff or being the best person that they could be. And then, as time unfolds, the person becomes attached to that love bombing and feeling like that's the connection that they have with this person. And then when the person is being disrespectful or not, being the best partner, the other person becomes very wrapped into the idea of what they were receiving when they first met this person. So a lot of you are probably really tied to all of these positive moments you have with this person and kind of still focusing on the times when things weren't that good. But I think recently you've been experiencing feeling like, you're putting all this effort and you're being patient and you're being the best partner, but they haven't really been giving you back that in return. So you're not really getting the same energy that you put out. But every time that you have that moment where they're not giving you that energy, or that they are being disrespectful, instead of, actually breaking it off or severing this attachment with them, I think you think about the times where they were there for you, or the times that they assisted you during that dark time that I was talking about, and you change your mind. So that's another reason why you're attached. I feel like with the Knight of Swords here, this basically represents, I do feel like this relationship was really fast. I feel like you guys skipped a lot of steps. You probably, I think that both of you guys fell in love with each other really fast. And it wasn't a slow process. It's almost if y'all went out on a couple of days and you were already feeling those lovey-dovey feelings. Most likely you falls in love really easily, and you fell in love really easily with this person as well. And that's what this Knight of Swords is kind of indicating, this impulsive energy. The Knight of Swords also represents being kind of reckless. So I feel like this person can make a lot of impulsive decisions, and like they're the type of person to, just get up one day and be like, okay, let's go do this, let's go do that. Like, they make a lot of things on the fly, and I feel like in a way you kind of not necessarily just like that. You probably love that about them, the fact that they're able to just be so impulsive and like, get up and do something. Getting a lot of like Aries energy from this feels like an Aries, but either way, like, like they're the type of person to, they have no problem doing something. Like, they're all about action and doing these things. And I think you really like that energy, the fact that, they're not comfortable doing the same thing over and over again, that they're going to get up and do something different. But unfortunately for you, what comes with that, a person who's that like reckless, it can come into a way where they can be this person's probably really impatient. They want things done now. They don't realize that things take time. And they can be just reckless with a lot of things. So it seems cool, and it's like, you're feeling on the edge, and you're getting this like adrenaline rush by being with them when they do these crazy, reckless, impulsive things. But at the same time, it can be dangerous because they're not actually sitting there taking the time to really weigh things out and think about like the pros and cons of, what would happen if I make the decision. They never sit and think of a decision. They just do something, even though it can negatively affect you or both of you guys' relationship. And that's another reason why you're attached to the energy of them, the fact that they basically push you to be more impulsive. They push you to do things that you wouldn't normally do. And I feel like that has caused an attachment from you to them. So the signs that I got for this pile, and this will apply for you or the other person, is Leo, Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So if this resonated with you at all, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends so they can see why they are also attached to their person. Thank you so much.